Good afternoon. For this our final discussion board in 713, I chose to look at Ray Kroc, the founder of the McDonald's Corporation. Considered to be the founding father of fast food, Ray Kroc created the McDonald's system in 1955. After purchasing the rights to franchise McDonald's from Dick and Mac McDonald themselves. 6 years later, he owns the sole rights to both the name and the business. Now, I should say that I have firsthand knowledge of this because of the fact that for 20 years, I actually managed both corporate and franchise stores. And a lot of this stuff is actually stuff you learn through their business education modules. But what made Kroc so successful was his innovative approaches to fast food industry. He didn't just create a fast food industry. He created a business model that franchisees could take and apply that would ensure that they all had the same quality, they all had the same product at the same value, they all maintained a certain level of cleanliness, as well as provided the same expectations for the same type of service. One of those values or innovative processes that Kroc instituted was the fact that instead of doing regional franchises where a franchisee could purchase multiple stores and spread them out across their region, he went with single franchises first and foremost. He believed that, hey, if they could show and demonstrate that they could first be successful and second, maintain his strict standards, then he would reward their loyalty as well as their success by allowing them to purchase another franchise. In 1955, those franchises, the rights anyway to open a McDonald's franchise was $950. By 1994, that's actually ballooned to like $1 million. What it is today, I'm not 100% sure. I looked, but it's unless you're willing to click on apply to open a franchise, you really don't find out the business information. So I unfortunately don't know that. However, because he did also know that he didn't have all the financial knowledge that he needed, he brings in Henry Sonborn, who had been the franchise advisor financially for Tasty Free soft serve ice cream. And together they founded the second part of his innovative model, the Franchise Realty Company. Now, what they did was go about finding land for future franchisees. Yes, there is a joke in McDonald's that every McDonald's was built near a church. What they do is when they are actually looking for land, they take helicopters and they do landscape surveys, see what's on the street, how many churches are actually within driving distance, along with schools and other important destinations, and then that's how they decide what and where to build. However, that is not the innovative move that he is actually known for. He is actually known for having been the first to actually purchase land near the interstates and highways so he can get the business of traveling consumers. That is the innovative process that the Franchise Realty was actually for, was to purchase that land. They would then in turn have the builder build the building. They would lease from the builder, and then they would lease the building to the franchisee. So now the franchisee has to pay a security deposit for the building. They have to pay a monthly rent. And in addition, they are paying a 1.9% service fee on all restaurant sales. Additionally, another innovative move that he had was that he created an educational training program known as Hamburger University. Yes, it really does exist. Yes, you really do have a degree in hamburgerology when you go to that school. But he didn't just look at it for franchisees and store managers. He also created a training program that could be implemented in the stores themselves for regular employees as well as other managers. This was how he ensured that everyone knew his 4 core values. Those core values are quality, service, cleanliness, and value. Quality of product, service being fast service, 60 seconds or less from the time you ordered to the time you received your food. Cleanliness, meaning the store being clean. They had strict standards for sanitation. And then value as in the value of the product you're receiving. As far as cost effectiveness, ensuring that the vendors themselves supplied cost-effective but quality products that the franchisees would then turn into, revenue for their stores. In addition to that, not only did he have all these standards, but he also promoted from within the stores individuals who demonstrated their loyalty to him and to his standards and turned them into regional and district managers. Those regional and district managers would go around, they would inspect stores. They would often surprise you by walking in going, hey, I'm here for an inspection. And they would check, several different things. The cleanliness of the store, the quality of the product you're putting out, as well as the times that your drive-thru has. Not only did they have all of this, but his final one was to create a loyalty program within the vendors themselves. For those small vendors that started out actually small, he rewarded loyalty to those companies for those who actually met his standards as far as quality of product. When they would ship ingredients to them, that, he insisted on certain things, and those that actually met those standards maintained long-term contracts with McDonald's. The largest one that started with him in 1955 was known as Equity, and it was actually not that large, but today is actually the largest fast food vendor around, and it's now known as Keystone Foods. Because of their loyalty, they are now worldwide, not only with McDonald's, but with other individual companies such as Dairy Queen, Burger King, Taco Bell, things like that. So Kroc took all of this, created this amazing product, this amazing model, and now it's being replicated across, the genre of fast food industry. So thank you, and I hope you enjoyed that.